League this season and throw it away. This is knockout semi-final cup rugby. Who will be the first side to book their place in the championship final? Will it be Worcester or will it be Bedford?
Blue captain, white.
And Jake Sharp, the 19-year-old, gets us underway. Neil Best takes the kick-off. Paul Bolton making a nuisance of himself there. The tight head came straight through. Worcester want to protect their scrum half better than that. Marcel Garvey comes into play scrum half. He won't need to at the moment because Kai Horseman is there. He knocks it backwards, says the referee.
Carried back.
Johnny R with the box kick. Asker takes it. Gregor Galanders takes him out. You may well be wondering what the beards that all the Worcester players are sporting. As soon as the playoff stage of the season started, they all started growing beards. No exceptions allowed, apart from the coaches, of course, but they're sporting their playoff beards.
I saw again Pat Sanderson, didn't he, getting out of his car in the car park? He looked like Captain Haddock. I said, what's all that about? Playoff beards, very itchy.
Yeah, in this weather, it's one of the best of decisions anyway. On with the rugby. Good seeing the likes of Dale Rasmussen, isn't it? No hair on top and a great big beard on his chin.
Well, you've got a situation with Craig Gillis, who's got alopecia. He says, no excuse.
Neil Best gathers the loose ball. Johnny R is there. Scrum half who's growing more and more as this season's gone on. Not a bad mentor, does he have? And Richard Hill, the head coach here at Six Ways.
But a competitive start from the Blues, you can see. That's a pretty good drive from the Worcester Warriors there. They just gained a half a yard, but again, they're out of the blocks fast, the Blues' front line of defence. They know it's crucial. Gain line, gain line, gain line. Stop them behind the gain line.
Well, you and I were talking to Richard Hill before the game, and they said that when Bedford visited here early in the season, they were very much a drift defence they're employing today. It's not that at all, is it? It's up hard and fast.
No, they know that you have to stop the ball at source. As Andy Good just nudges the ball 40 or 45 metres up there. Again, the beauty of the Worcester with all the experience and the backing, you've got to say. And I was talking to a couple of Blues fans. He said, don't be too down on us. We do have aspirations at Bedford Blues. We just don't have the cash. And that's an honest thing, because you have to have backing to gain people into your squad, to attract people, and then to do the job on the pitch.
Greg Rawlinson with the line out take preferred to Graham Kitchener this afternoon. He's had a very good playoff part of the season. 6 games, of course, after the regular season.
Keep going.
In the playoffs is Gillies, Rawlinson's second row partner. He's a line out king if ever there was one. But it's been turned over. Gillies just judo thrown away.
Stop forwards. Onside.
There's Sharp. Now to Tom Asker. Marcel Garvey. First run from him, decides to fizz it out to Dale Rasmussen. Over the first man, as he so often is, into the 22 now, Dale Rasmussen. Asker is there. Good. Kvezik can't take it. Here's Miles Dorian, and we see him kicking the ball, showing his fly half qualities there. Kick chase needs to be good. Andy Good goes back.
Always inside.
And
dear.
that is not one for the highlights, really, is it?
To forget from Andy Good there. Galanders was playing very, very well, chasing that ball down. And this is the threat that Worcester there's Garvey out there. Rasmussen gets the ball. A bit of razzle-dazzle on it. Again, it's too easy. You've got to make your first-step tackles. The Blues midfield.
I don't want to.
And there's Garvey passing this time. He's known for his running and sidestepping, but Rasmussen is a very strong guy. He's the go-to guy at inside centre. If you want to crash it up, give him the ball.
Dan Richmond to Alex Ray, that former Northampton connection working well there in the Bedford line-out. Of course, Northampton against Perpignan later on this afternoon. Mouth-watering stuff for these semi-finals.
6 blue collapsing them all.
Chudley, sharp, drop goal. No.
6 blue collapsing them all. 6 blue.
Penalty back where the maul was.
No,
Worcester dragging it down, that's illegal. And
Kick
a
to
chance
nothing,
for
wasn't it?
first points.
Yeah, kick to nothing. Penalty was coming. Had a go at the drop. And Bedford has started pretty well up against it. They've got the power of the Worcester pack. They've shown that down back into their 22, but they responded well with a good turnover.
Your markers here,
They've come back up the other end, and again, it's rugby, isn't it? You get into the 22, you get into a position, take every opportunity now and see if the accuracy is there from the kicker.
There's been so many tries scored in this championship this season. Some dazzling rugby. English rugby in rude health. But it's been Worcester's ability to play the other way, to tighten it up, to use their big, powerful, experienced forwards when they've needed to. Thinking especially back to their game away at the Cornish Pirates. In that second half, they just turned the screw and were able to win that day. And here's James Pritchard, Bedford Blues captain, Canadian international, with the opportunity of the first points of the day. And he gets them. Nice, simple kick for James Pritchard. It's a points machine, and Worcester can't give him those kind of opportunities.
No, and he's going to nail him. That was a lovely strike, straight through the middle. And like I said, that's what you got to do. You got to take your points when they're on offer. Any penalties on offer, kick him over.
Backwards off white.
Bobbling around in there. It's gone backwards, says the referee. Will Chudley preferred to Darren Vienendahl
White, stop, thank you.
at scrum half for the Bedford Blues this afternoon.
Got the ball, player.
Unchanged in the side that beat Worcester in the British and Irish Cup semi-final. But the Worcester players, the frontliners, were all being rested.
Worcester 6 offside, thank you.
Wrapped up in cotton wool, they had safety helmets on, safety blankets. Richard Hill was taking no chances whatsoever.
Advantage is now over.
The last time this Worcester side played, they put 80 points on Bristol, a league record. There's Chudley. Tries to go round the corner. He's caught by Kovacic.
Stay there, stay there.
Tupai and Ray wait. Ray now goes out. Gilander's slots in at scrum half. No prizes for guessing what's going on here.
They're holding on to the ball. That's the crucial thing. They're not, they're not having a go from all areas. They're trying to be structured, which is good.
Pritchard just about caught by Kovacic, right round behind the ankles. Important tackle as well, because Pritchard was motoring. Another penalty, another kickable penalty as well.
Pritchard motoring, as you said, but again, you get into areas. And this comes from the up and under from Sharp, and what a great chase from Miles Dorian. That's a good chase, isn't it? Good hands out in front. What do they say? A kick is only as good as the chase, and that was pretty good. He takes the ball well, puts his body on the line for the Blues, and now Pritchard gets hold of it next time. They move up the field another 10 metres and got a very kickable opportunity now to go 6 points ahead.
Good chase from Miles Dorian. He was also involved in that pass to Pritchard. So putting plenty of ball through the hands and using Miles Dorian a great deal, despite having 13 on his back, not the normal 10. Anyway, Pritchard, second opportunity here. And this crowd is silent, slightly stunned by this start from Bedford. Right in front of the post, Pritchard makes no mistakes. It is 6-0 to the visitors.
The silence continues. The kick's going over when you're away from home. The home crowd are, what's happening? And I'll tell you what's happening. They're taking their opportunities very well. But a lot of experience out there in the Worcester Warriors. And there's the Blues bench, enjoying it so far in the beautiful sunshine down here. It's a slight breeze, but conditions, as you said at the top, Johnny, almost perfect.
Well, it's the one game that everybody fears in this championship. As Tupai races away, Gillanders is there, and he can go. Here's Chudley. What a start from Bedford here. They are not being intimidated whatsoever by the big boys, Worcester. Miles Dorian. Bedford. For Bedford. Chips another ball through and again puts the pressure on Worcester. Says, you try and play your way out of here, Worcester.
That's right, Bedford doing well, doing the right thing. Keep it in front of your forwards. That's what they'll enjoy. They've done well on the right-hand side. It's been whipped back to the left. And they've got 60% possession so far coming into this nearly food. Well, it is just over 10 minutes. Richard Hill, my old nemesis at 9. Slightly nervous before I said, because I know he understands the realisation. You lose today, even though you're massive for us, that's it. All the season means absolutely nothing. So, long way to go, though. Long way to go.
Here they come again. There's Tupai into Andy Good. Good does well to bring down the big number 8, Mike Howard. Great attack here from Bedford. Oh, but it's knocked on. Crockett won't be allowed to play. Another penalty for Bedford.
Now, hold tight, Bedford. See head thrower going then with the ball to try a quick one. No, give it to Pritchard. And that's not a bad start for your first 10 minutes. 9-0. Not many people would have predicted that.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Let's just put this into context. Just 3 losses all season, Worcester. Just 1 in the championship. Back in October. There have been streaks ahead, really, of anyone in this championship, especially in terms of results. They've only dropped 9 points in the regular league season, 16 try bonus points. But they're 9-0 down here at home in the semi-final.
As we say, we love it. Everyone loves the underdog. It's a funny old game. And again, if the ball just starts going your way, decisions from the referee starts going your way, a bounce here, you never know. We could have another upset. We had an amazing upset yesterday at Thomond Park when Harlequins totally outplayed and outclassed Munster. Can Mike Rea dream? Can he dare to dream?
Is it safe to say you enjoyed yesterday, Dowie?
I did.
It was a cracking game, wasn't it?
Enjoyed a cool pint of lager with Tony Diprose in the airport, and he was just, I said, what are you doing here? He said, well, I've got to go and watch the academy tomorrow. I said, you don't fancy stopping in Limerick? He said, I couldn't get a place on the plane. So he was joyous. And there's the territory. 68, goodness me. But coming back to that, yeah, he wanted to stay, but he didn't have a place. He had a job to do, but Quins did a job in Munster. End of.
And at the moment, Bedford, to use your phrase, Dowie, are doing a job on Worcester here. Good platform at the scrum though. Here's Rasmussen. Now this back 3 might be able to get into the game. Arscott shuffled out to touch again. Second time that Arscott has had the ball and just tackled into touch.
Pritchard, great job there. Drift defence was on. Arscott tried to step back inside, but Pritchard can tackle again. The ball comes out the back to Rasmussen. Luke Arscott's just about to receive. He's got Garvey outside. Doesn't use him. And Pritchard coming across there. That's good defence. Very good defence. They've gone out, you see, head thrower, went out to Marshall Garvey, didn't need that because Arscott kept the ball, but Pritchard was all over him.
Good safe line out again, Alex Ray, and again, Tupai smashes Neil Best to the ground.
Always inside, always inside.
Dislodged the gum shield. That was some collision, my word.
Well, if you think Bedford were just coming here to make up the numbers, they certainly haven't. And if you've got Tupai on your side, you use him for a specific role. And Neil Best knows exactly what that role is. He's one of the hardest hitters out there. He's just been stormed back. What a hit, what a carry. So it's not a hit, it's just a carry into the solar plexus of Neil Best, and he has felt it, and he's wanting the tension down there now. I think his nose may not be totally right. Oh my word, he felt that. Well done, Tupai, well done, the Blues.
You can feel it up here. Oh my word.
Yeah.
Good lad.
He's made of teak, isn't he, Neil Best? But my goodness.
Here we go. There'll be a few of those up the road, won't they, when Northampton take on Perpignan, with two colossal packs collide in the semi, but we've just seen a very good collision down here.
Neil Best, the backlifter of Craig Gilly, so he's shaken off that shuddering hit. Aleki Latui likes to have ball in hand, doesn't he? Great carrier. Rawlinson could be his last game here at Worcester. Back off home to New Zealand after this season is over. The referee now blows his whistle. And the accuracy at the moment, you have to say, is with Bedford.
Well, it's not with Worcester, and it's not with Andy Good. I think the message will come on from Richard Hill in a minute. Just hold on a second. We're playing too much rugby. We're in an hour and a half. We need some territory. We know we've got the pack to take on the Blues. Let's just cool things down. No time to panic. It's only 50 minutes on the clock, but you're 9-0 down, and you're forcing the game already. Forcing it. Nice legs. So this is the first time he's shown his legs at Worcester because the sun was out.
Touch. Pause. Engage. Get it in, Bedford.
Worcester definitely won the hit there. Chudley going backwards. Slips on the surface as well. He's done well, though.
He did very well there. He didn't want to force the pass out there. He'd been read by Worcester. Good lad. Retrieved the ball and recycled.
One of plenty of players for Bedford who've signed new contracts at the club. This majority of the squad will be around for next season.
White, stop.
And this relationship they have with Saracens. Askett and Johnny R mixing things up there. That was definitely Askett's ball. He was coming forward. Neil Best comes around and steals the ball.
No advantage coming. Scrum.
It's a comedy of errors at the moment, isn't there? Two people going up for the ball, no one's commanding it. It's got to be the fullback's ball there. Johnny R getting in the way, the fullback's coming forward, he calls for it, he dominates the air. You see there, he's coming through, Johnny R's going backwards. You never take a ball backwards when someone's coming onto it. But a mistake, there's doubt in the Worcester ranks out there. Bedford got to put in, the scrum seems to be going well, the lineout's going well, the kicker's going well.
We spoke about the mental aspect, didn't we? And Worcester are definitely edgy here. Need to get some possession, need to get some territory. As far as Bedford are concerned, keep doing what you're doing. Tupai, that's Chudley. Tom Bedford. Came from Exeter. Chudley, it's broken through, Pritchard is outside. Marcel Garvey, good tackle. But Bedford still on the attack here. Numbers on the right-hand side. George Cruz. Another Saracens Academy man. Miles Dorian slots in at fly half. Alex Ray, good hands from Sharp. It's on out wide. It's Ed Thrower. Thrower for the corner. He is there. And it is Bedford who score the first try of this semi-final.
There he goes. Ed Thrower in at the corner, but made from Will Chudley's break. You've got to say Garvey does well to get back to stop James Pritchard. It's a great break from the scrum half, Chudley. He's up there, he does exactly, comes back in field to give Pritchard a chance. He doesn't because Garvey's coming back and it's just a matter of time. Just recycle. Look at this for coolness. Not the greatest of passes. It comes out the back over the top. That was from Tom Bedford into Ed Thrower, into the corner. That's try time. Dorian there, that's where it almost breaks down, but sometimes when it breaks down, people jump in. They've jumped in there, the Worcester defence. Rasmussen can't get past, or go back at Thrower in the corner, and he grounds it superbly. What a story we have here.
Another try for Ed Thrower. 14th of the league campaign. And we wondered how that Miles Dorian, Jake Sharp combination was going to work. Miles Dorian slotting in a fly off there, and Jake Sharp with a lovely pass around the back.
He said he scored 14 tries. How important could this try be in the story of this game?
Scrub the previous 13,
season,
wouldn't he?
Yep.
For that one. Pritchard, another 2 points on offer here. Lovely, lovely strike. And it is Bedford who look like the team who have topped the table all season.
Great break. Anybody watching that, he didn't go to the touchline. He gave his winger a chance. Obviously, he didn't come to anything because Garvey came back. But what it did do, I mean, you could recycle the ball, come from left and right, and throw her. You're not stopping him from there. Good score. Good start for Bedford Blues.
Cruz at the restart. Good, solid department of the game.
Carried back. Stop
Carried
forwards.
back into the 22. Good. Marcel Garvey. Good tackle from Bedford. Kovacic. Alex Crockett.
Worcester now just need to have a couple of just minutes or so just keeping hold of the ball to take the sort of fizz out of Bedford Blues.
Oh, give it to Miles Benjamin. Miles Benjamin. Now the crowd begin to find their voices. Aleki Lutui, they can sense Worcester here building something. The advantage is being played, penalty right in front of the post, and surely Andy Good will step up here and get 3 more. We'll get 3 points for Worcester, their first 3 points of the afternoon.
Just going over the first quarter. Nice ginger beard there. But this will, well, not to say calm things down, because I've got to say Worcester have been really, well, outplayed. But Benjamin's decided, just give me the ball, and this is what I do, and I do this pretty well. Again, as soon as you get behind the defence, you can see the presentation, and all of a sudden it's front foot stuff. Worcester have struggled to get front foot ball in the first 20 or so minutes.
Andy Good doesn't hang around. A clap of the hands. Easy enough for a man of his quality, and caught by a member of the crowd up in the box as well. That's better for Richard Hill. That's better for Worcester.
It is. He won't be panicking. He's far too much experience in coaching, and also he's a top-class player. But this is Benjamin going round the outside. And Schmid is a big South African. He should have done better there. He's gone way too high, and Benjamin, look at the power in those legs and the glutes. He's round. Another mistake from Worcester.
They could win the restart. Askett waited, didn't have too much time, did he? Kept very cool, the young man. Was at Bristol, wasn't he, with Richard Hill?
Nearly too cool there, too cool for comfort.
Too school for cool.
I don't think that beard is, though, is it?
Winger on side, both sides.
I did mention Hilly's legs before. He did have his legs out. He's got his tracksuit bottoms on now. But no, it's a good chase. Again, I like the way Bedford Blues are trying things. A little chip over the top. They're up for this game. Everybody's coming onto the ball. Good start.
Dorian eventually finds Paul Tupai inside. And again, we can see the 2 distributors, Sharp and Dorian, either side, giving Chudley both those options, but it's a hand in the ruck, and the referee wants a word with Kai Horseman here.
You've given away 3 in the red zone. You've given, sorry, 22 area, 1 here. The next one will result in a yellow card. Okay. Go and talk to them.
Very clear instructions from Andrew Small there, and rightly so.
Absolutely no problem at all. You can see they're trying to slow down Bedford Blues' ball. Every side does that. It's whether you can get away with it, and he's just said no more.
Time is on.
Lutui got his hand back. You're not allowed to put this is Mike Raya. He took my head off once in a game for England-Wales. I always remember that. But he's enjoying his time at Bedford Blues, and he loves it because it says it's an old-fashioned club in the nicest possible way. Old-fashioned in you know, they need a lot of input of money to try and you know, build things on the pitch and also off the pitch, but they're quite happy the way they're going on at the moment.
We'll just flatten the pitch out for starters.
Yeah, the up and down. Which way do you want to play, up or down the hill?
Great old ground, Goldington Road.
But he'll be happy with this. If this goes over, even more.
Pritchard. Little chip. Straight through. And he is right on his game this afternoon, isn't he, James Pritchard, the captain, leading from the front, taking all the points available.
He's been defending very well. He's carried the ball very well into areas where causing problems for Worcester. He's hit 4 penalties, 1 conversion. Yeah, I think he'll be quite happy with his first 25 minutes. He might wake up. He thinks he's in a fairy tale at the moment.
Don't block anyone too. Always inside. Right forwards, hold.
Hearing Andrew Small saying white forwards, I'm going to tell you that Bedford Blues are the white forwards. Sounds silly, but trust me.
Yeah, Bedford Blues in light blue. He referred to as white anyway. We've cleared that one up. Johnny R. Your best. Little switch with Andy Good. Johnny R. Rasmussen steps inside. You know what's coming with Dale Rasmussen. Oh, Lever able to stop it though. Penalty Bedford though. And that is great work from Will Chudley, who has had an excellent start to this game, Will Chudley.
He has, he was there, he was over top of the ball, he was still on the on his feet. Penalty to Bedford Blues.
Later on this afternoon, Heineken Cup semi-final number 2, Northampton against Perpignan, 3 p.m, Sky Sports HD2. What a game to come.
Well, I'm on my way back at the moment, but I've Sky Plus it because I'm just looking forward to the first scrum.
It's worth the admission fee.
Buckle in. There's a bit of beef going up Milton Keynes way this afternoon.
Big loss, Tom Wood.
Massive loss, Tom Wood. But Callum Clark, not a bad player, got to say. Not the same quality of Wood, but we will see. Back to this game, because this is starting to be a bit of a story at the moment.
Oh, it's a cracker, isn't it? Not the start that most people would have predicted. Anyone would have predicted, possibly. 19-3. Now that's the first mistake, that first phase, isn't it, from Bedford?
There's the minute master, and he just said it's all Bedford. Penn taking the chances. That try then by Ed Thrower.
And it's a phrase possibly overused, but they're keeping that scoreboard ticking over.
They're keeping the ball, they're keeping it ticking over, they're keeping the momentum, all of the above. They're ticking. Mike Ray is ticking all the boxes. Thank you very much. Yeah, that's not bad. I think they were going to think to themselves if they could be in this game with 20 minutes to go. Super. Well, they're well ahead after the first 25 minutes.
Marcel Garvey just behind Andy Good here. Will he be used? No, he's a decoy man. Crockett, it was just too much on the pass from Andy Good.
Knock on 13 blue. Scrum.
They're forcing Worcester to play, and I got to say again, if I was Richard Hill or Phil Davidson and the coaches, I said, right, I understand what you're doing, but we need a bit of territory here now. It's one of those days that things aren't happening and the passes are being forced. You could say Crockett, well, he should take it, but it is out in front of him. You're making targets for yourself against a pumped-up Bedford Blues side at the moment. You need to take, like I said, the pace out of the game, get some territory.
Jamie Heaslett, Brian O'Driscoll talking about all the leaders that Leinster had on the field yesterday. Worcester have plenty of their own, the likes of Andy Good, Alex Crockett, an experienced man, Dale Rasmussen, Gillies, Horseman, Best. And that's a much better scrum from them.
And if all else fails, we'll have a little bit of a ruck to sort things out. But a good scrum from Worcester Warriors, just exactly. We talked about the experience. You know, the likes of Adam Black in there, Latui, Tamapo, Rawlinson, Gillies have just said, right, let's put the squeeze on them. And now Andy Good will put that ball into the corner and get the territory.
We'll all remember fondly any rugby supporter of playoffs last season and Exeter's dramatic wins over Bristol.
And this is scrum time. We talked about Northampton and Perpignan will see a bit of power going in, but again, it's Andrew Small's arm up there. Bedford Blues, the power came on, the pressure came on, they went down.
You got 2 scrum halves.
Gillies just about wins the line in. Ah, saw some space. Johnny R.
No.
Should play for the Cornish Pirates, shouldn't he, Johnny R?
Stay there.
The lines will get better, I promise, Dale, as the day goes on.
I'm not reacting to that.
Good, Rasmussen.
Onside.
Latui. Worcester knowing they need something before half-time. Horseman, Kovacic knocks it on. There's Chudley, the man there again. Ed Thrower kicks downfield, telling his chasers to stay in line with him. It's Pritchard, Thrower, Dorian, Gillanders is there as well. Ascot, they asked to kick the ball. Alex Ray knocks it on. He claims that it went backwards. Referee and the officials are having none of it, and it's knocked forward. And Worcester, from being on the attack, now find themselves back in their own half.
Far too predictable, Worcester. You can see exactly what they're doing. They're setting themselves up, and the Blues are just firing into them, making them force the ball again, turnover. And you've got to say, you know, Ed Throw doing the right thing, hoofing the ball up. The chase was great, and I think Alex Ray was slightly unfortunate there, because I don't think that ball went forward. I think he went back.
Alex Ray, an important man for Bedford. Came through the Worcester Academy here with Dylan Hartley, then went across to Northampton with the England hooker.
This is the kid from Ascot. And had he held that, they were on the attack.
Yeah.
That ball's gone back. He's sort of semi-held it. The ball's gone back. Very harsh, I think. Very harsh. Harsh for the Blues. I think it's a relief for Worcester, because they were off again. The Blues are marching up the field.
Touch.
Adam Black, experienced man, 35 years young. He and Tavita Tiamapo, Aleki Latui, just putting the squeeze on. Phil Bolton, the tie out for Bedford Blues, doesn't like the decision. Strangely enough.
What do you say, too cute for school, Andy Good?
Always inside.
Or something like that. He tried to do an old Carlos Spencer off the side of the foot. Old banana, didn't work.
Too cute for school, I like it, Dave. Just reinvented that one.
I did a lot of truant in my school.
Stop moving. Yep, you are now.
You commentated on this game, Hammond.
Keep coming right up.
Best chases. Just about catches Miles Dorian.
Six, leave it out. Mind your feet, 2. Leave him 2, he's out of it.
And Richmond literally dragging Neil Best out of the ruck. Allows Pritchard to slot in and play scrum half.
Forward, stop. Onside.
Sharp goes high again. Ascot being tested here. Normally a winger, of course, has played plenty of rugby at fullback this season, and that's why he can burst through. Andy Good! Andy Good has got a score back for Worcester, and didn't they need that?
Just before half-time, Worcester fans, I think that's more with relief than absolute joy. Again, Ascot, he was a long way on the left-hand side, but as the ball came up, not for the first time from Jake Sharp, the Bedford fly half, he's putting up and under. This time, Ascot's caught it, and then he's scythed through the defence. Step there. Ascot's carried well today. As soon as he gets through, you can see Andy Good on his right-hand side, and he's going in. Nothing Chudley can do with a tap tackle.
Scored a few tries, isn't he? This season, very much a second-half team, though, Worcester. Very similar to the Pirates game. May.avi field as Andy Gu just misses the conversion, but he is allowed to retake it.
It's an early charge.
Because the charge was too early.
Because you put off the kicker, you cannot charge.
I know the rule, definitely. I don't think I've ever seen this happen before. You're not allowed to charge until Andy Good starts his run. So he hasn't started his run, he's gone back. But now it's up to Andy Good really to just decide himself, OK, I'll just reset and go again. He hasn't, and because of that, Andrew Small's decided that you can have another go. We'll see if he's any better this time.
As you say, I don't think I've ever seen that ever before. That is the letter of the law. Andy Good gets a second chance for the conversion. No one going to charge it down this time. Andy Good, second time round, adds the 2. And how important will those 2 points be at the end of the game? We will see.
Well, those lot hopefully don't think it will be that important, because Worcester have got themselves back into this game as we thought they would. But again, he had a bit of a sighting with that first kick. He just redirected to the right-hand post a little bit and went flying straight to the middle. A happier man. I wouldn't say he's happy, Richard Hill, a happier man. And now mistakes are happening from the Blues.
Straight out, May.avi stretched his powerful legs to take that ball. And Worcester will have the scrum right on the centre spot.
See the kick, May.avi, his foot is out, so he catches the ball, 1 foot in, 1 foot out. That ball is deemed out, goes back to the scrum in the middle.
We're just talking about the Pirates game. 60% possession in the last 10 minutes. Worcester coming back into this game, but that game down at May.avi field, and the Pirates had an exceptional first half. Worcester scored just before half-time, and then in that second half turned on the power of their powerful pack. Will it be the same story here at Six Ways in this first championship semi-final this afternoon? Kai Horseman putting every ounce of his strength into that scrum. May.avi. And James Pritchard has shadowed him very well this afternoon so far. Good, take it to the line. Siamapo, another knock-on. Just hearing 9 handling errors from Worcester, and that, quite simply for them, is just not good enough.
Well, that reflects the score. They can't control the ball. If you can't control the ball, you can't control territory. Tamapo is normally a very good carrier, and that wasn't a bad pass. It's just one of those days that is happening. I think Richard Hill will go in at half-time and said, OK, let's scrub that. We're behind. You're playing for your Premiership lives in this next 40. Sort it out. You just need to just relax a little bit on the ball. Like I said, I just think Andy Good needs to direct the matters a little bit better. Go to the forwards. They've got a big set of forwards. They know they can dominate the Bedford Blues, but they need to be in those that territory.
Touch. Pause. Engage.
Scrum is beginning to go the way of Worcester, and there's another huge surge from that front row. Tupai just about gets the ball away. Chudley throws, kick his charge down as far as Arscott. He gets away from the first defender. Couple of goose steps inside to Johnny I. Ed Thrower. Important tackle from Ed Thrower there. Neil Best now brings it away. Andy Good really fizz the ball out wide. One bounce into the arms of May.avi. May.avi! Pritchard, another excellent tackle from the Bedford Blues captain.
Mistakes are happening from the Blues side. Thrower there, chipping the ball through, got knocked down. Arscott could counter-attack, and Pritchard, you've got to say, another super tackle.
2 minutes, thank you.
He's been instrumental in getting this lead with his kicking, but again, his defence have kept Bedford in it. There it goes. That's gone backwards because the ball was put in the scrum in front of the 22. And this is Tom Arscott. I keep calling him Luke, I apologise. Tom Arscott. And there's the line-out.
What's the 4 out you get? Thanks.
Rawlinson told to get out. Neil Best is offside. Crowd getting overexcited. Neil Best was offside. Chudley's decided to take this one quickly. It's Bedford. Was that the correct decision from the scrum half?
He's bought him some time for the kick, and that's exactly what's happened.
Sharp, that's a big kick downfield from him. Scott is there. The old spiral kick. Used it very well. Tomask it there. And into touch. We can all take a breather.
It's the big loopy pass from Good. It bounces well for Garvey. He's thinking, shall I go inside, shall I go outside? It doesn't matter, because again, James Pritchard, the Canadian international and captain of the Blues, has just read it superbly.
You're actually inside it, yeah.
James Pritchard. Born in Australia, 33 caps for Canada. Bedford Blues just beginning to creak, aren't they, at line-out time and at scrum time. And now the line-out goes the way of Worcester, and we will have time for one more line-out.
Yeah, they need to get in the sheds, don't they, really? Both sides, I think. One for a talking to by Hill and Davis on the Worcester side, but equally Mike Rear and his coaches need just to say, you know, certain words. Control the ball. You're 9 points ahead. First half, 40 minutes of the biggest upset. Would have been the biggest upset in championship history, without a doubt.
It's Kovacic, though. Right into the heart of the Bedford Blues defence.
Onside.
I had to dig that one out. Took an age. Lecky Naturi from a standing start has done very well there. Johnny R again. Good. There's some space there. Andy Good. Big hit on him again.
Mike Howard.
Rasmussen had a look around, decided to just put his head down in the end. Still, you know, best is a penalty. George Cruz complaining to the referee, but it will do no good. The arm is raised, and the referee wants to have a word here as well with Pritchard.
There's only going to be one winner. I know
you know what's coming. They've received their warning. You've now got a warning as well.
There you go. They said the pressure's come on from Worcester. Bedford now are struggling. Hands start going in. People start going the wrong side. Bodies start going off the feet.
Shot is called.
So Worcester and Andy Good, one last chance to add to their total.
Okay, I'll have a look for you. Just where you are, there's the mark.
This should be simple enough for Andy Good, shouldn't it? And after the start the Bedford Blues made, to be just 6 points down, I think Worcester would be happy that they take that, certainly.
Well, Bedford Blues would have taken that. He said, right, you're going to be 6 points up at half-time. I don't think Richard Hill thought they would be.
Hush here at Six Ways. Not now, as Andy Good slots it right through the post. And it is 19-13 at half-time, and what a half we have had. Bedford Blues right in this game, not here to make up the numbers. What a second half we had ahead of us. Bedford Blues, though, have the lead at half-time.
Forced to show their hand and come out and play, and that's when mistakes happen.
What a second 40 minutes we have here at Six Ways. In the first of the championship semi-finals, just one-off games in the semi-finals. Final, of course, is 2 legs home and away. Cornish Pirates entertain London Welsh later on this afternoon. We're all set here for the second half. Bedford wanting the kind of start they had in that first half. Worcester, pressure on them. Can they deliver? Can they do what everyone is expecting them to do and reach the final?
Outside.
Dorian again being used with the left boot. There's Andy Good. Awesome. Needs support now. Kovacic is there.
He's the tackler, play on.
Johnny R and Good. Andy Good, that's good pace from Andy Good. Needs support now. Looks around him, finds Dale Rasmussen. Excellent run from Andy Good. Horseman, he's finding gaps as well. Flicks it up to Greg Rawlinson. Johnny R goes down the short side. Latui can't take it. Bolton can for Bedford. And that danger for the moment goes away. Bedford trying to play their way out of this defensive situation. In the end, Will Chudley kicks the ball out to touch and the danger goes.
Well, I thought Andy Good would be kicking them into position. He decided, no, he won't do that. I think Pritchard was held there by Rasmussen, but that's a great break from Andy Good. Not known for his silky skills on the wide outside in the wing berth. But again, good target area. But as ever in that first half, so many handling mistakes. The turnover occurred at 10-15 seconds after that, but a very good break. Very good indeed.
Oh, no thanks, Jim.
Here it is. It's Latui, the hand, and Paul Bolton does very, very well. Takes the opportunity well, secures the ball.
We have seen plenty of Andy Good's running game this season. 9th carry already this afternoon.
Blue ball.
Of course, a man with so much experience, over 2,000 points in his professional career, 17 caps for England, 5 Premiership titles. Leicester, of course. Then he nipped over to France for a season, didn't he, with Brive. And popped over to South Africa as well, and played some rugby with the Sharks. Rawlinson, manhandled by George Cruz. And the line out. He's turned over.
Chudley does well again. He's not the biggest out there, but he's not frightened to take it up. But Cruz, like you said, is very, very good. Just getting a hand in, nudging that ball back, and another platform for the Blues to launch from.
Galanders to Alex Ray.
5 release and roll.
Kovacic trying to turn the ball over. He's rocked out the way. Dorian, head thrower, tried to get the pass away to Pritchard, didn't he? Marcel Garvey was there. Call from Chris Sharp, the assistant referee on the far side.
The crowd weren't going to like that one. They said knock on blue. They forgot that the Bedford Blues are referred to as whites. The knock on blues from Worcester Warriors.
Crowd not liking this as you're back at Toman, Dowie.
Yeah, well, Rum and Poit, I thought, did a great job. I think that ball has gone back, actually, from Marcel Garvey, but very difficult for the touch judge and referee to make a decision. They've gone for the Bedford Blues on this one. They could have equally have gone for the Warriors.
And it's Worcester scrum beginning to exert some pressure to dominate the Bedford Blues at the end of that first half and the beginning of this second half. Tupai does well going backwards.
Not held, play.
Mike Howard wasn't held. He was able to scramble another metre or so. Sharp thrower up from fullback. Andre Schmidt. He's been scoring tries so far. 14 in the championship season. Not been able to get away this afternoon though, Schmidt.
No, but that time Ed Throw managed to get the pass away to Schmidt. There it goes. Thrower's in now, and he gets that ball out before Miles Benjamin can get to him. And Tom Askett doing well, getting up like a volleyball player to power that back. And this is what, again, the weapon that Worcester will try and use, I'm sure, time and time again at scrum time, is put pressure on Paul Tupou. Has had a magnificent game at the base, but they want him struggling at the base to get the ball back to Chudley. And that's the difference really with the haves and the have-nots. They can afford to, to invest in I would say, more experienced scrummagers. I would say better scrummagers, but more experienced scrummagers. And it's an area I know Bedford will try to sort out by getting the ball in as quickly as possible and a way to go. But again, you've got to admire them, because even when they could chance their arm and kick down into the Worcester half, they still want to carry the ball in hand.
Beginning to turn into a game of contrasting styles, isn't it? Right. Off the top, here's Schmidt. Brief glimpse of him with ball in hand. Ray again. Versatile man, plays in the second row, played plenty of his rugby for Northampton in the back row.
Oh, card.
Gillies is lying there. I hope he's not injured.
I hope he's all right, and I think he knows what's coming.
Either he's got a serious knock and that's why he couldn't roll away, or he possibly knows what's coming from the referee, but we'll just take a moment here.
Yeah, you can just see there's Gillies. He's got hit by his Kiwi second-round partner. Just watch Gillies' head, and it's a whip. It is one of those whiplash injuries that you get hit and your neck goes back. And it would seem that he's hurt himself.
Well, Andrew Small was just flirting with his pocket, wasn't he? Until he saw that Craig Gillies wasn't moving at all.
Before he was injured, so it's going to be a yellow card, but I'm going to wait for him to receive treatment.
That's fair enough. He was going to give him a yellow before just because he's injured, and we hope it isn't serious injury, obviously. But you can't change your decision just because someone's injured.
And Worcester won't want him to be injured, will they? Richard Hill won't want him to be injured. A real line-out presence, whether it was the season in the Premiership he had or this season in the Championship. But he's...
We watch Gillies now as he gets off his feet, and the first thing he's going to receive is the colour yellow. Oh dear.
Yeah, back from injury, Mr. Gillies, and now you've got 10 minutes just to recover yourself.
Well, you've given the penalty away. You're in the bin for 10 minutes. It's 5 minutes into the second half. Preston's coming up. His accuracy has been tremendous today. It is in the face of a little breeze, but I'm sure he's got the power to get over. And it would be the start that Mike Raya and the Bedford Blues want, not the one that Richard Hill would want at all. I think there'll be a big bit of a chase here from Schmid. He's one of the fastest on the field. This may hang up.
Bounce off the post.
Yeah.
Do it to lose.
Well, he's not missed yet, has he? So I reckon this is going straight through.
5 from 5 so far. In fact, scrub that. It's 6 from 6.
It's a very simple game plan that Bedford Blues need to do now, is get anywhere into the Worcester half and try and force Worcester into making mistakes or going off their feet again or giving penalties, and you know, they've got to come out again now and put some pressure on the Blues. Good kicking.
Exemplary kicking from Pritchard. Inside, Bolton. Referee says it's gone backwards. Dan Seal. Formerly of the Cornish Pirates. There's Dorian. Thrower, excellent angle from the fullback. Now needs support here. It's outside Pritchard. If it only had gone to the captain, that was surely a try. James Pritchard knows it. What? And the thrower is being informed of that now.
Some tremendous skill, some superb handling. You can see Miles Dorian going across. That is an amazing angle from throw. We don't see that in the Premiership with fullbacks. And if he could have just popped that out to Preston, well, Preston was running in for a try. I don't know whether he didn't get the call. There, that ball goes. As you can see Preston expressing himself. That goes to hand. I'm sure that would have been a try. And what an angle, though.
Your side, Sharpie.
Yeah, Miles Dorian went across. He's just waiting for a thrower to come. Exeter will be Looking at this performance from Miles Doran, licking their lips after Sandy Park next season.
Touch. Pause. Engage.
Front rows have gone down, only one decision really in the referee's mind.
Number 3, binding on
Penalty
the arm and
against
Number 3,
Seal,
binding on the
Richmond
arm
and Bolton.
It's the power of the scrum again, isn't it? It's whether the Warriors can use that to their advantage. But at the moment, the Blues will be happy. Here it comes.
You see the distance, mate? Yeah. Your neck on the line.
I don't try to start.
I was going to ask you, Mr. Scrum Doctor.
One's going forward, one's going back, but it's the second or third penalty that Andrew Small has given to Worcester.
He's got it in his mind now, isn't he, that the Worcester 8 are dominant in that facet of the game.
Onside.
The ball turns to a ruck. Tui.
3 release and roll.
Stopped in his tracks. Rawlinson.
That's kicked forward by Worcester. Play on.
Best came off his knee, didn't know too much about it, and Worcester trying to pour through. They know how important this 32 or so minutes are. Bedford just playing with a freedom. Dorian, now it's Bedford's turn to be slightly inaccurate and knock the ball on, but they must keep playing, mustn't they? They must keep playing the way they have.
They do, and they're normally very good at it. I think it's the first mistake that lad's made. Miles Dorian, and maybe the midfield from the Blues. It's just forcing it there. Jake Sharp, and we've seen that happen time and time again with the Worcester midfield. And now, even with 7 forwards, it should be a pretty solid scrum. Will they use Miles Benjamin in on the scrum? Rasmussen is coming in. No, he's been sent back. Yes, he's coming in again.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's going to get packing down on this side. Normally inside centre, but he's a big lad. I'm sure he'll put a bit of weight in, and he looks like he knows what he's doing.
Touch.
Not bad flanker of plays,
No.
is he? Yeah, Rasmussen.
Good scrum.
Good. Crockett. Good season, Alex Crockett. Took a while to get him back up to championship fitness, but back playing well now. Miles Benjamin, Marcel Garvey is lingering on that wing as well. Bedford Blues player is down. Latui takes it on. Down to 14 men, of course, Worcester. Craig Gillies, Sinbin. Worcester just trying to hold on to the ball at the moment. Such is the defence from the Bedford Blues. Miles Benjamin has another go in the heavy traffic. Good stepping,
Forward.
passing to Marcel Garvey. Neil Best can't take the pass. Another stop, another wasted chance for Worcester, and as this game ticks on, the pressure will build.
And there we see Worcester just snatching at it. That's about, well, just been told his 13th handling error. And really, if this keeps going on much longer, there could be that incredible upset that's going to happen, because they're getting in positions, just forcing it. And that's credit to the Blues defence. They're coming up as a line, they're coming up as a unit. There's a serious injury. I was just wondering how long Andrew Small actually would let this go on. I'm not sure who it is, but there's so many people over a Bedford Blue player, but they'll take their time, assess everything. It is 10, it's Jake Sharp. He's moving his arms.
Some discomfort.
Yeah.
Well, we're talking about the scrum dominance in this game. Looking forward to seeing the scrums in that Heineken Cup second semi-final, Northampton against Perpignan. 3 p.m. Sky Sports HD2 follows this game here at Sixways. And then later on this afternoon, Cornish Pirates against London Welsh in the second championship semi-final.
Be like walking with dinosaurs, wouldn't it? When Northampton get hold of Perpignan. Be some size, some weight, some power, some grunt, some snarl. Yeah, obviously Jake Sharp can't continue, but they will make every, as I said, the stretch is on. Hopefully he won't need it, but he's just going to take every precaution.
It's a shame because he's been playing well, and that link with Miles Dorian's been working very well, the right boot and the left boot.
Yeah, and I've enjoyed he's tried to mix it, he's chipped over the top, he's not been afraid to put the ball in the air, even though the Blues prefer it in the hand. 2 or 3 good up and unders. Miles Dorian's been able to take a couple of those, and he's fine. He's just taken a bang.
And he's a Saracens Academy man like George Cruz. And they have this special link with Saracens, dual-registered players. Jake Sharp is one of those. Young Fly Half, they're not doing too badly for young Fly Half, are they, Saracens?
Owen Farrell has matured beyond his tender years. He's played a very good role in Saracens. Well, not say climb up the table, summit to the table. They're second, aren't they? They're the home semi-final in the playoffs, and then you've got Charlie Hodgson coming next year. But again, not too bad lads to learn from. And you always need strength in depth. Injuries can happen, as we've just seen now. So
they do have a few injuries. Bed for the likes of Ian Vass, Sasha Harding, Jackson Ray, Joe Clark at hooker as well, Ben Lewitt. Ollie Dodge had a knock this week in training. Big loss for them at inside centre. But Duncan Taylor is on. Miles Dorian surely will slot in at 10 now. Paul Tupai.
Thanks, Evan.
Big man, isn't he?
Always
From
inside.
Rotorua. 5 caps for Samoa. Here's Marcel Garvey, and the crowd would love him to score. Miles Benjamin. Duncan Taylor makes his first tackle. And it's a good one as well. Bedford piling in behind, but they've done it illegally, says the referee.
12 and 2 straight off their feet. 12 and 2.
Bedford, for Bedford, and Richmond straight off their feet, said the referee. There was just too eager there.
That's all it was, Johnny, eager. If you go, you can rip forward, but you've got to stay on your feet. You can see as they're going in, it's Redmond. They just flop over the ball. The referee is on hand. He's got a better view, but Marcel Garvey tackled well by Duncan Taylor. Benjamin, sorry. Miles Benjamin tackled well by Duncan Taylor.
Now this is a very important kick, isn't it? Brings Worcester to within 6 points if Andy Good is successful. Just 1 score away. Plenty of time left on the clock. This would just settle the nerves. Huge kick. And Andy Goode, little clap to himself, shows all the class that he possesses. Now we have a really tight game on our hands. What a finish we have.
Clock ticks down. There's almost one thing you can realise, Goode's going to put plenty of beef behind each of his kicks. He does strike it very well.
Onside.
Both kickers 100% so far. Well, take away the first conversion from Andy Good. He was allowed to retake. That's 3-3 now since Craig Gillies has been in the sin bin. Still down at 14 men, Worcester. Tupai. Gillanders. Turned over.
Was spot on. Second one went forward.
Little knock on.
Blue, scrum down.
Just under a minute left on that sin bin, and Worcester will be happy with 3-3, won't they?
Yes, they will, because again, you don't want to lose any points, as Gillies stretches and comes back on, but the clock is not their friend at the moment. 15 minutes to go. The white put in. As I said, the white, when I say white again, I have to reiterate, it's the Bedford Blues.
Chudley with ball in hand. To get this ball in and out. 7-man scrum against an 8. That's where the props earn their money. Two-pie fumble.
Paul Tupai at the back. He's had to take so much punishment there. He's carried so well. He's at the heart of everything. As Gillies comes back on, you can hear the crowd going, but that was the mistake, and really can't criticise, because it's difficult for an 8, difficult for a 9 to communicate, but when the pressure's coming on and you're almost expecting it to come on, you just snatch at that ball, and that's what he did.
Yeah, scrum is going backwards with 7 forwards now. Worcester back up to 8 forwards, and it's there put in. Gillies back from the sin bin.
Pause. Engage.
Front rows go down. Nothing in there, says the referee.
Information on receiving is that you're not square. Get square.
Bedford into the 14-game winning run that Worcester had been making. British and Irish Cup semi-final last weekend. Scored over 40 points. Bedford with a Worcester second team. They will take on Bristol in that British and Irish Cup semi-final next weekend. Another penalty for Worcester at the scrum, and it is a real problem area now for the Bedford Blues. 5 penalties at scrum time now for Worcester. Huge kick from Goo. Pritchard drops it. Went backwards though. Good body position from Pritchard. If he was going to drop it, it was going to go backwards.
Did very well there, James Pritchard. It was an enormous kick from Good. He did go for territory on that occasion, didn't quite play off, but they've made 20-25 metres. There it is. He's gone for the big one. Pritchard doing well. Ball just bouncing slightly off his hands, his chest.
Jake Abbott coming on for Matt Kovezic. We will see plenty of Matt Kovezic as the years go on. Bright future. Phil Botton coming off as well.
Time on, David.
Sam Walsh, the man, coming on in the Bedford front row. So changes in the front row for Bedford. Rawlinson goes straight through his hands into the hands of Neil Best. Now Worcester set up the driving maul. The Worcester crowd just wants something to cheer about in the second half, don't they? The nerves are growing. 6 points the difference. Adam Black has a trundle. Horseman is caught by Alex Reyes. Good tackle from the open side as well. Good looks inside Johnny R. There's Marcel Garvey. It's a little bit rushed from Worcester. Matui. Good again. Chiamapo doesn't drop it this time. Excellent tackle on the tight head though. Worcester really haven't gone forward at all from where the line out was.
There's no direction, there's no, but he's saying, like, and I think that might be a turnover and a penalty. It is. They're just going from side to side. They're making it very easy for the Blues defence. They're almost crabbing across and going on an angle rather than just picking a straight line and getting one of your forwards to do it. They're planted between the leg, pick and drive, pick and drive. That's a great hit on Tamapo. Super hit.
Let's go, thanks.
Down Seal, wasn't it? Loose head.
Loose head on tight head. If only he could do that in the scrum. Where he is struggling.
Yeah, payback, wasn't
he?
it?
He is struggling a bit. He said, right, okay, yeah, you might have him in the tight. When it gets a bit loose, I'm having you.
Yeah, really meant that down Seal, didn't he? 8 years he was down at the Cornish Pirates, Stan Seal, up to Bedford. Long-standing neck injury. He's back playing and tackling like a demon. And they need to, Bedford, now, don't they? They need to defend for their lives. A place in the championship final is at stake here. Ray is tackled by Rasmussen. Chudley again, Bedford.
Turned.
And they've turned it over. Crockett's done well there. Horseman's done well.
First man turnover.
And Crockett do well there.
Out wide.
Rawlinson.
Sorry. Release, let him play it. Release.
Sam Walsh is penalised, not releasing as the tackler.
Straight on the ball.
Andy Good will want to put this deep into Bedford territory. This time he doesn't go for it full ball like he did the last one. Makes safe this time.
He's got an eclectic mix of kicks, isn't he, is our Andy Good? It's either a howitzer that goes 50 or 60 or a duck hook that goes about 20. But at least they've got a line out. It's just over halfway. Wasn't the best kick at all. And he's got a bit of advantage with the wind.
But from the ground, he has been excellent.
He has, old Redbeard.
He missed it, he missed it.
Into the last quarter now. And Leki Latui.
Just the ball, just the ball.
I mean, you make no bones about this. This will be one of, if not the championship upset of all time. Johnny R. They're just trying to gain centimetres here, Worcester, aren't they? It's an edgy affair out there. They don't look like their fluid best. They know the pressure they're under.
They're shoveling again, though, Worcester. They're just going from side to side.
Hold.
Andy Good switches side to the right-hand side. Marcel Garvey is there. Arscott is there. Tom Arscott's been the man who's been the real attacking threat so far for the Warriors. Just skipping past defenders. Good again. Little chip. It's been touched though. And Chudley comes away with it. Turnover ball. Bedford is there. That's an excellent take from Mike Howard. High above his head. He's done really well the second row there. Worcester again have the penalty.
Same as your one before.
This is going to go down to the wire, isn't it?
It's just the way the Blues are defending. There doesn't seem to be a weakness there. Good making that. Well, he tried to put the chip through for Marcel Garvey. Didn't quite come off, and then Bedford Blues give him a penalty away. But I'm convinced, as you see, Adam Black, Redmond, that this ball will go to Andy Good, and this ball will be positioned on the floor to see if he can get 3 points for the penalty. It's a long way.
And it's a side, Worcester, that look jittery, look nervous. On the flip side, Bedford look like they're relaxed. They've got nothing to lose. Intriguing last 18 minutes. Richard Hill.
He will know. Finished top of the regular season, fine. Finished top after the playoff pools. That will mean for Nout if they lose today. It is, that's it. It's the way the structure is. It's these rules are known at the beginning of the season. Some may like them, some may not. Still 18 minutes to go. They're not dead and buried by any means whatsoever as Good lines up this one. But they are nervous because everything is at stake for this game. That's 100%, isn't it? From both kickers.
Good abacus work.
Yeah.
Richard Hill saying this week, that they knew, in all due respect to the other teams in the championship, this day was coming. Back in July when they first met up, possibly that pressure has been building and building and building, and at the moment they are not able to sort of break out of those shackles of being red-hot favourites to come back up to the Premiership. There's a chance now. 3 more points for Andy Good. on the halfway line. We know he's got the distance, but he has not got the direction. Crowd members thought that that one was over, but it's gone wide. First miss from the kickers today.
And it wastes another minute or so. The clock is ticking.
Time off.
I wonder what Ed Throw is going to do with this, if he is going to kick the ball, or will it be Miles Dorian, who's now playing at 10. And then you've got Dan Richmond marshalling things on this right-hand side, and Rawlinson's off. Kitchener's on, so another big lump on for a big lump coming off.
Greg Rawlinson, he will hope that is not his last piece of action in a Worcester Warriors shirt. Graham Kitchener on. He's a very bright prospect, Graham Kitchener. It's exceptional for the Saxons earlier this year. Different type of player. Here's Good. Best. What will he do from here?
No beat for 22. Hold.
Matui.
So they're 8.
Rasmussen. Jake Abbott is there to ask it. Looks inside as Horseman. Schmidt with a tackle.
So there.
Johnny R.
More. 6 is the tackler. Backwards.
Best. And the ball ripped out of his hands, but luckily for him and Worcester, it went backwards. Johnny R again, Horseman. Needs to rally his troops here. Their season hangs in the balance.
He's on his feet, no problem.
The season comes down to the last 16 or so minutes. It's been turned over. Here's Cruz, here's Chudley. Bedford.
No.
Kitchener with a tackle. Abbott is in there trying to turn this one over for Worcester. He's not been able to do that. Schmidt is there. It's good strength from him. Black.
Wasn't held, he can get up and try to have another go, which he just did.
Dorian. Now playing fly half as Gillanders met by his opposite number, Best. It's Duncan Taylor. Latui has to make the tackle because Chiamapo missed it. Chudley.
No, just the ball.
Gillanders again. Ray, see what he was trying to do. Schmidt eventually gets to the winger. Crockett trying to turn the ball over. He can't. This ball retention from Bedford is excellent.
It's absolutely fantastic. They're so comfortable with the ball in hand. Now that I think Miles Dorian's gone to fly half, there's a calmness about them.
And it's a brand of rugby they've been playing all season. Tupai. There's space out there. Tupai flicks it out. Pritchard. Can he go round the outside? He flicks it back inside, but it's Best he finds. Here was the chance for Bedford.
They are playing out of their blue socks today, Bedford Blues. Just tremendous stuff. There's a confidence, there's a precision about them. It doesn't matter whether there's a second row passing the ball out. This lad, Dorian's great play there. He just pops it back inside to Duncan Taylor. And again, it's that Tupai. He's been magnificent. He's been absolutely magnificent. There's the pass to James Pritchard. Back inside, and he's just gone to a Worcester player. As Andy Good comes off, you can see Pritchard. It's Best that takes it. Tom Arscott's back there, but it's a great position for the Blues.
That is a big call, isn't it?
A massive call. Unless he doesn't look injured, because if you want someone to nail a penalty or a drop goal in the last, well, we're nearly into the last 10 minutes, 14 minutes to go, this is a guy that you pay the big bucks to kick the big goals.
Time is on.
Joe Carlisle comes on.
7.
That is a massive call from Richard Hill.
And this is a massive line out now for the Blues. Oh my word, if they were to go over from here, there'd be a few people starting to really worry.
Can they dream even more, Bedford? That win last week is becoming more and more into the focus.
It's on the ground.
That psychological edge they must have gained over the big boys, as it were, Worcester. Bruce Douglas is on for Chiamapo, just to bring you up to date with all the replacements.
Don't play him.
Bedford need to show patience here. Dan Richmond arrives. Chudley is there, says to Richmond, it's all right. I'll take it. Richmond says no. I'll be the scrum half.
Onside.
Chudley has a look down the short side. That close now, Bedford. Worcester defending for their lives.
I wonder how many Leeds and Newcastle supporters are now chanting the Blues on towards that line. Oh.
Gillanders leaves it. Miles Benjamin makes a big tackle, doesn't he? Worcester trying to pile over the top, but it's Bedford who come out with the ball. Latui again tries to turn the ball over. Cruz is there for Bedford.
They've still got the ball. They've gone back 15 metres, but they've still got control.
Leave your feet, leave his feet.
Dorian to Bedford. Rasmussen is in front of them.
Release and roll.
Go into the contact. It's excellent rugby from Bedford. Such confidence with ball in hand. All 15 players, all 22 players. Penalty, Worcester. Their defence has held firm there, and it needed to, desperately.
It needed to, holding on. As more subs come on.
Time is off.
Give them chance for Worcester to relieve the pressure.
Just got to make sure you got 15 on.
Andrew Small communicating.
David Matthews, time please. 12 minutes to play.
Chris Fortier is on for Aleki Latui. Alex Crockett is also off. Alex Grove, Scottish international, comes on for him as Joe Carlisle, who has come on for Andy Goode. It's worth reiterating that. Andy Goode, with all that Premiership experience, international experience, has been replaced for Joe Carlisle.
Nerves are there, they're etched on the faces. 6 points in the game, 6 points in the game. Converted try, obviously, that would be what Worcester fans, Andy Goode looks on, Crockett looks on. Nothing they can do now. Nothing they can do.
11 minutes.
Line out over the 15.
The season comes down to 11 minutes. It's as simple as that for Worcester now. For Bedford as well. Johnny Hart, Horseman, lovely off-road. Douglas, super, it's Gillies. Kitchener, he's got wonderful hands. Asker tries to flick it inside. It's still in play for Worcester. It's a wonderful breakout from the Warriors. They need to keep the ball, though. They've got the penalty, and the referee wants a word here. He has given the final warning to Bedford. He gave it to Worcester, and Craig Gillies was yellow carded. He has gone to his pocket.
17.
And it is Sam Walsh who has been sin bin for effectively the remainder of this game. Bedford are down to 14.
Evens it up, doesn't it? Gillies had gone for 10 minutes prior to that. It's almost somebody's flicked the switch. Somebody's gone into the power station and flicked the switch. Great hands. Kitchener now on the ball. He should have just used the ball to Tom Arscott. He did well. They're trying to keep it alive. It's taken him nearly 60, 70 minutes to really awake from a slumber that they've been in. And that was some pace. And that was some power put on the ball by Kitchener. Tom Arscott scragged into the corner. They're going for it. They don't want the penalty. 10 minutes now, 10 minutes to save. Well, not say save the season, well, it would be saving this season. 10 minutes to put them into a final. Could hopefully give them a chance to get back up to the Premiership. 6 points. That's what they need.
Gillies calls it. It goes to Neil Best at the tail of the line out. They rumble round the back of the line out. Will it be the forwards who take it on? 8 against 7 forwards. Worcester ever closer to that line.
Keep going, keep going.
It is not going to go wide here, you get that feel. Now the back switch on the left-hand side. Has Johnny R seen it? He has, but he just can't get the ball there. Carlisle has a go himself, tries to offload it. Possession still with Worcester here. Horseman. Crowd willing their team to that try line, to the championship final.
He's first man.
But Bedford have turned it over.
Mind his head.
Bedford have turned it over. Chudley waits. What a piece of defensive play from the Bedford Blues. Miles Dorian just about clears the line. What defence.
It's following me around, isn't it? Toman Park. Harlequins going so well down there. Total underdogs winning. Are we going to have the same? 6 points. That's what they need to go into extra time. A converted try would give them victory. But again, if they turn ball over like that, they're going nowhere. There's Blues bodies all over the place. There's two guys, there's two pies down. They're defending for their lives. The Worcester faithful cannot believe this. They don't understand it. Their sides were massive favourites, 20 points favourites by the bookies.
They beat Bedford twice in the league, didn't they, this season? Bedford hadn't scored a try against them in the league before today. They have had so much dominance all season. They've only dropped 9 match points all season.
How important is this line-out?
Disbelief from the Worcester crowd. And Bedford have won the line-out as well. Dorian again clears the line. And the clock is becoming an enemy of Worcester now, isn't it?
And Gillies, so many times the go-to man for Worcester over the years. In the Premiership years, he was one of the guys you'd go to and disrupt the opposition. They used him. Overthrown that time. The Blues snaffle it again.
But they still have a line-out in the Bedford Blues half. Chris Forty needs to get this right. Kitchener just about gets a hand to it. Neil Best
turned again,
turned over again. It has been. Here's Schmidt.
It's got to go downtown.
What a rearguard effort from Bedford Blues in this second half. And it's the set piece in the last few minutes that have let Worcester down so badly. Miles Benjamin, if anyone can spark this Worcester team, Miles Benjamin might be the man. Will Chudley makes the tackle, as does Gillanders, but it's a good, strong leg drive from Miles Benjamin, helped by Neil Best. Joe Carlisle has been brought on to try and mix things up. Here's Alex Grove. Johnny Art. Chris Forty has missed out. Gillies just stands and gives the ball to Rasmussen. Forty. Horseman. Best. Miles Benjamin was that forward. The little flat.
No, don't go in, Simon.
Oh, my word. 7 minutes.
And you get the feeling that Bedford are going to have to defend for the last 7 minutes. They've actually been defending all half. Askett, Marcel Garvey. Grove again. Rasmussen just makes sure the ball is kept in that ruck. Good hands from Carlisle. Chris Forty, what a servant he's been to this club. He won't want to go out at semi-final stage. Ball's gone backwards, says the referee. It's bobbling around again. It's back in the hands of Bedford. But it's back with Worcester, and they've got numbers. Carlisle, Kitchener, surely Worcester have their try.
He's dropped it. I think he's dropped it.
Time is off.
He has to go to the TMO. That will be Dave Matthews. Oh.
Try yes or no, please.
Kitchener was celebrating, wasn't he? He had a hand in the air.
Johnny, it happened so quickly. I'm just looking at the box here, and I think he's dropped it. I may be wrong. That's thrower. He's dropped that. Big style. That is no try.
He knew, didn't he? The look in his eyes. Ed Thrower.
Unbelievable.
He did not give
Unbelievable.
up.
Well, Miles Benjamin was pointing to Kitchener. He was going, go right, go under the post to make the conversion easier. He's obviously looked at, thought he scored it. He hasn't grounded it. Throw has come in.
Yes, David.
There's no try.
You have to do the first part first, which is score the try. Kitchener has not done that.
Okay, thanks, mate.
Just getting that confirmed.
He knows.
And the Bedford Blues crowd give the cheer. Graham Kitchener with his head in his hands. He knows that that may be
5.5.
one of the worst mistakes he ever makes.
The Blues are asking the referee, how long, Andrew Small? 5.5. 5.5 minutes. They're putting in the scrum. Oh, my word.
5.5 minutes, Andrew Small tells the players, is left in this game. Bedford with the scrum. Graham Kitchener.
Well, he wasn't, no, he was over the line by 2 yards. 3 yards, and he's dropped it.
Will that moment come back to haunt Graham Kitchener? Will it come back to haunt Worcester Warriors? Phil Bolton back on because Sam Walsh in the sin bin. Alex Ray has gone off.
8 against 7. You remember that? 8 against 7.
Yeah, thanks, mate.
Who have they brought on? They've got a wing. I think it's Tom Bedford's come in to add a little bit of weight. Hopefully he has the skill to push on that.
The danger isn't over.
Yeah.
Huge scrum from Worcester. It's turning. Tupai has it in his hands now. Jake Abbott does well to drive Tupai backwards. And as long as the scrap on the floor goes on, Bedford will be happy with it. The turnover. Bedford were held up with ball off the ground. Turnover is the decision. Scrum to Worcester Warriors, and their scrum has been dominant for 70 minutes of this game. It needs to be dominant now.
And Phil Bolton was remonstrating with a touch judge. He didn't agree with that decision. Andrew Small said him to calm down. He's going to calm down and push now. This is, I would say, one of the biggest scrums in Worcester rugby's history.
The biggest scrum of the season. This game may well come down to this moment. It's a free kick.
They'll go for another scrum. They'll go for a scrum. You can see there were 7 forwards in there. Bedford's now gone into the back line. Miles Benjamin is right behind. He's almost standing behind Horseman.
They have the danger runners, don't they? They have the likes of Miles Benjamin, Marcel Garvey, Rasmussen Arscott from this range.
And what they're doing, they're dragging, they're making Bedford Blues put another back in that line. So it's 14 against 15. You can see there's no number 8. 7 forwards against 8. They're under pressure.
May not get out to the backs, though. It's gone down again. Penalty, Worcester. What is the decision here
Scrum
as
time.
the clock ticks away?
Has to be scrum time again. We've seen this happen many, many times. They won't go to the line out. That's too risky. They've got the ascendancy. It all depends how much patience Andrew Small, the referee, has. That's 2 penalties, I'm counting. 2 penalties against the Bedford Blues.
We are just beginning to touch on penalty try time, aren't we?
Well, it was one at Harlequins with Wayne Barnes. He had 5 penalties.
Big moments here, massive moments here at Sixways. It's at the feet of Kai Horseman. He's using it. He's going for the line, and the captain has scored. There is the try that Worcester needed, and it has gone off. It is absolutely gone off. Tempers are fraying. It is boiled over here. So much pressure on these 2 teams. And as Kai Horseman touches down for Worcester, all the players have rushed in to get involved. Assistant referees with flags out. But in all this melee, Kai Horseman has scored the try. to make it 21-22.
Well,
That is a definite.
It's a definite. It's sad scenes to see, but it's so passionate out there. It just literally, like you said, exploded as Kai Horseman went over. There's a great scrum. He scores the try there. Then the celebrations happen, and I don't like this when players rush in. I know it's important for the Blues, sorry, for the Worcester Warriors, but it sort of ignites, and you can see people being held down. The conversion is so crucial, and of course, Andy Good is off with all his experience. There's the Worcester supporters. That's the celebration, but there's still 1 point to draw. 2 points would mean they will go 1 point ahead. This is a conversion to win the game.
Joe Carlisle, what is going through his mind as Andy Good, all he can do is look on.
2 yellow cards for both of you. The try stands, James.
2 yellow cards. I'm not
I'll find out.
sure that will play a massive part. 2 second rows going Kitchener. Sean Toombs.
Oh, well, it's not the... I was going to say not the easiest to kick. It's not the hardest to kicks.
Would you like to take it?
No, I've never been a kicker. Wouldn't want to be a kicker, just for probably this reason.
Wind just slightly picks up as well. It is at the back of Joe Carlisle, but what is going through this young man's mind? He's come up through the academy here. This is quite simply the most important kick he has ever taken in a Worcester shirt. This to win the game. He's got it! Worcester take the lead, and that is what it means to Richard Hill and his supporters. Just over a minute left, and the Worcester crowd go absolutely bananas here.
For the first time, I think, today, really, they've just sneaked ahead by 1 point. The power of the scrum. I thought it would play a major part, and it has. Andy Good has got a right smile on his face. What have we got? 1 minute and 10. But Rasmussen gets the ball back. That should be it.
What an important catch from Rasmussen. Think back to 2003 Trevor Woodman World Cup final. Have to take that restart, and Worcester have done that. With all the nerves, the drama. Worcester in the end.
They've got to be sensible here,
Possession,
Worcester.
have they?
I've seen this happen so many times when they try and be cute to move the ball out 1 or 2 and try the clock down. Andrew Small's quite likely to go, oh, there's a penalty coming here.
There's 12 men in that ruck. Gillanders is trying to hold his man up here.
They're getting in there and holding him.
Now it goes to deck. Worcester going forward. Is it being turned over? It has. Chudley is there. It's a penalty to Bedford. The drama of this game continues. What an incredible game here at Six Ways. 1 point the difference.
Time is off. 8 Bedford substitution.
And we will pause just momentarily for a substitution. Paul Tupai goes off.
Time is off. Where's your 8? Substitution.
I think he might want to go off. He is going off now. Oh, what a game he's played.
Comes on.
What a game he has played.
Seconds. Yes, have you picked the touch straight away?
12 seconds, James Pritchard asked, is there time for the line out? The referee said yes, so we will have one last line out, one piece of drama possibly. Bedford, this is your last chance to reach the championship final. Worcester, save your season.
Unbelievable game. Now, will Worcester go up for this? Will Gillies fancy to have a go at this Bedford line out? I suggest they will try. They've cut it to 4, have Bedford. Shorten line out.
Chris Forty right in the face of Richmond. Dorian. Thrower. Pritchard, the captain. Kai Horseman has already scored a try for Worcester that gave him the conversion opportunity to win the game, possibly. Will the Bedford Blues captain?
Miles Dorian now. as this goes on, they want to go through a few aspects of play, some phases, and get him into a drop goal position, maybe. They're looking for a penalty. He's in a drop goal position now.
Miles Dorian has dropped back here. Chudley waits. Dorian, it's a drop goal. It's wide, but it's bouncing. That has bounced back, and Duncan Taylor may well have just scored the try here. We are going to the television match official.
If it's gone over the dead ball line, that ball is dead. Did it go over the dead ball line? He grounded it.
Oh, I don't know, that's what I'm checking.
This is the most amazing game.
We didn't think the drama could be any greater from down the other end of the field.
Here we go.
Hold on, come back, come back.
It's a very short dead ball area here, just to show some calmness.
Well, I almost think that where the shadow is where the actual line of the dead ball is.
Yeah,
so
the shadow's
ball,
just behind it, isn't it?
That ball has bounced into shadow. I want to see that again.
The season of both these two teams, that is well over the dead ball area. The Worcester Warriors supporters behind the post there knew it.
They weren't sure. They knew it hadn't gone over. That's scoring the try that will not be given. It's where the ball came from. He actually knows. That's well over the tip.
Heart in mouth time. My goodness. The bounce of the rugby ball, but it has gone over the dead ball area. David Matthews. That is his decision, and that is the final whistle. And Worcester Warriors have just played their biggest get out of jail card free ever.
Amazing game. I thought we had an amazing game in Thomond Park, but for what it stood for today, as far as heart and desire from the Blues, from Mike Reyes' side, from Martin Hines' side, you know, Matt Voland, all the coaches there, they came here to have a go, to have a bit of a party, to actually hold a hand up, and they were admirable today. Their bravery was superb. As far as Worcester, they've just got out of jail. It's as simple as that. They're going to have to improve 100-fold when they come up to the Premiership, if they come up to the Premiership, because they've got to play the winners out of Pirates.